on? It's your boy Bobby Bravo. We're here at another After Hours, another late one.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. It's your boy, F.A. Montana.
Yeah, you already know we back. I'm saying if you ain't checked out our last show, we went on live for the first time. And it was live. We're going to do a lot more. We're going to try to venture out and do the live thing a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah! But today we got something a little different for y'all as far as what we about to present to y'all. I don't have no questions right now. I do got some, but we put them on pause because we got another way we about to, you know what I'm saying, do the show tonight. We got some TikToks we about to go over, and we all about to view them. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to give our opinion after the clip or whatever, and then y'all can tune in and tell us how y'all feel about them or whatever. But that's basically what we got going on a promotional platform. Go check out everything you already know about. If you don't know about, my fault, you know what I'm saying?
You have to see it for yourself.
Go check out the whole page or whatever, what we got going on. And yeah, the usual. But we about to tap in and we about to, you know what I'm saying? You got somebody you want to?
They already know who to shop with. They already know who to listen to. You already know who to like and subscribe. Tune in. Please share.
All right.
Things of that nature.
Here we go. We about to try this shit right now.
So Netflix is under.
Here we go. So, like I said, these are some TikToks that we picked out that we're going to try to give our opinion on the facts that you see on the screen. Like I said, these are the facts, and we're going to go off of that. But here we go.
Keep in mind.
A massive cancellation.
Go ahead.
Keep in mind, TikTok
so Netflix is under a
rabbit hole of madness.
It could be. But a lot of that stuff does it's sometimes it do be facts. It just people feel like because it's on social media, it's not always true or something. I don't know, but at the end of the day, we got to keep everything in mind. We got to keep our eye open to a lot of things because messages can come in different type of forms and everything. But you can't be the judge of how you receive the message. You just got to take the message sometimes of what you know what I'm saying, what it is. But on these, like I said, these are gonna be various subject matters. They're not all the same, but they're all gonna be, you know what I'm saying, various subject matters that's been heavily opinionated and heavily commented on and shared and everything. So
it's TikTok, social media,
just like Instagram and Facebook and everything else. So if you've seen it before, then that's cool. You can chime in. You can, you know what I'm saying, put your opinion on what you think. But me personally, I don't think I've really seen none of these. I know a few of them I just saved before I started this show, and I think I got probably one or two that I might have skimmed over or whatever, and I saved it just so I could talk about it. But here go one of them.
Cancellation hit right now, and they have lost over 10 million people over the last 3 days.
I don't know if y'all can see it,
but he's canceling Netflix on his other tweet. He actually even showed his cancellation request. And let me tell you something, this is all due to the fact that if you go to the kids section, all of the children's programming, they have forced indoctrination over sexuality. And let me tell you, if you think this doesn't exist, here's an example.
It's Cherry Chip reporting from the wedding of the year. Everyone's favorite karate instructor said they did. Will be marrying mixed martial arts champion Jiu-Jitsu Joe.
He's the undisputed champ.
And here's another one.
Nightshade's pronouns are they, them.
He or she just doesn't fit who I am. My apologies. Please switch berries.
Oh, and here's another.
Have you been giving him fluids? If he's dehydrated, we'll need to miss an IV. I haven't changed this.
Well, I hear someone's not feeling well. Let's take a look at the little man.
Can I please talk to you two outside? I know that you guys are busy, but as you would see, if you looked at her and not her chart, Bailey is not wood. And by treating her like one, you are completely ignoring who she is. You're making her feel insignificant and humiliated. And that's not going to help her feel good or safe or calm. So, from here on out, please recognize her for who she is. And if at all possible, could you find me a non-blue hospital gown?
I promise.
Oh, and one more.
It's me. I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows. And being here, it's like a whole new place. I can just be Barney, and I can choose if and when I tell people. I've never been happier. And that's saying something when I spent the day chased by terrifying zombie mascots. Pugsley reminded me how important it is to live your life without apology. So I think I gotta give living here a shot. Don't you?
It doesn't stop. Those are just a few short examples. And it's not even the fact of the forced indoctrination, but misrepresentation and information. Oh, that's right, they're big on representation. However, they sat there in the Babysitters Club, the one we just watched, where they told the doctor that, well, this is what he or she feels like. We don't have to go by what they were born as. No, that is the last place that you want to pull that nonsense. You need to know because there are diseases based on gender, testicular cancer, ovarian cancer, and much more. So if you sit there and say, well, I feel like this, and they don't know your actual gender that you were born as, you will be mistreated, you will be misdiagnosed. This is awful, this is horrendous, and it takes a lot to get me to cancel anything. As a matter of fact, when I first started reading this, I was thinking, wait a second, this is not how it actually is on Netflix. I love Cobra Kai. Amazing. He once started on YouTube Red, but guess what? The main characters, white. The girls that were main characters, white. So it really wasn't any forced indoctrination. And so I was thinking, well, maybe this is just an individual thing and it's once or twice. No, it's not once or twice. It is all over the kids section. They are indoctrinating your children. They are forcing their own sexuality and political viewpoints on your children and trying to condition that. That's exactly what they're doing. And even Tim Burton said he wanted nothing to do with any of that stuff. He just wanted a clean show for Wednesday. And in the first season, he had all the episodes he directed non-woke, and then they tried to force all the wokeness once another director took over. And guess what? You had Jenna Ortega and other cast members walk off the set and they said this is not what Tim Burton wanted. And so Tim Burton took over the entire second season so he could control everything. So this is not something that realistically Netflix is not doing. They know all about it because they're allowing it. It's not, but it's also at the same time, I could argue, they're not really forcing it in the contract, but they are allowing it. And I don't want my kids to have any part of this. And like I said, it takes a lot to get me to actually cancel something. And before you go and tell me how I just said something about my kids and I'm a bad father, I'm a single father who raised both of my kids. Okay, I taught my kid multiplication by 4, programming by 5, robotics by 6, and my son is on the #1 in the nation robotics team, #7 in the world. So before you tell me how to parent, I promise you, I've got you beat. And I'm telling you right now, this is indoctrination. This is the worst thing you want to do for a child. And I cancel. There it is. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below.
All right, so that's one clip, and I apologize if y'all can't see it that well. I'm gonna try to do something to make it a little bit clearer, but if I would be able to share it on my screen, but for some reason my TikTok is banned on my desktop for some reason. I don't know, but anyway, so that's basically him discussing that Netflix should be canceled because the way they keep
implementing same sexualities and transgenderness onto kids.
and
Programming kids.
honestly, if you're gonna cancel Netflix, we need to cancel the whole world at this point because there's nothing that
First of all,
that shit's not
let's
in.
not just say Netflix.
These ain't opinions. These are facts.
That does that.
And this is not to throw blows at the LGBTQ, if I said it right, community. This is not a blow. We are stating reality. This is just reality of the this is reality of the facts.
I understand that everyone has rights. No matter what you identify with, you have rights. But when is there a line drawn to where you're putting this in cartoons for kids, you're putting this in TV shows that minors might tune into? Like, give them a chance to choose. Like the man said on the TikTok, you're programming children.
Oh, gay, so gay. Oh, dark nightclub, throbbing music, men's room stall.
And to be in something that they might later in life they might not want to be, but they got programmed to where they think this is right. They think this is the way. No, this is not the way. Not saying same-sex marriage and being gay or lesbian is not the way. It's not the way to protrude it on kids. That's all I'm saying.
Look, it's
An adult has their own mind. They can make up their own decisions. They're an adult. They pay bills. They have a license. They're an adult. They get to do what they want to do per se on so many different levels. A child is not in the same category as an adult. So for you to, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But for you to, and what I mean by as you, the executives, the producers of these streaming sites, for you to implement this into these shows, into these cartoons that you put on your streaming site and that you okay these CEOs and CFOs, that it's not right. It's just not right.
Bitch, that's a terrible idea.
At all. Because they're children who tune in to this. This isn't Power. This isn't P Valley. This isn't All the Queen's Men or a Tyler Perry show. This isn't that.
Even with that, kids be watching that shit.
Yeah, with their parents.
And
that clearly states that a child under 18 should not be watching. Because at 18, you're what? Considered an adult.
But my thing is give the kids a chance. Like, give them a chance. Teach them what's... I hope I don't offend nobody, but what's morally right, in a sense, so to speak, and then let them choose from there. Let them know exactly what it is, and then as they grow up, they can make their own decisions.
It's science.
You know what I'm saying? And then you have nothing to do with that. As they get an adult, they're gonna do what they want to do. But
I just,
in the same sense, y'all forcing this shit so much down people's throat. Like, we have no choice but to deal with certain things that's going on like this and just all right, keep our mouth shut. But when it becomes a problem to where, okay, this is one belief and this is another belief, just because these are your beliefs doesn't mean you have to force this on everybody else. That's not right. Like I said, it's getting to the point where y'all get offended if y'all see heterosexual things inside of a movie or inside of a commercial. Like, it's, I don't man, I'm trying to watch what I say, but in the same sense, I feel like the real people that are LGBTQ, they understand what I'm saying. Like, it was at one point where people that of the same sex that take in that same sex affection or desire, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how to word it. I'm not trying to offend nobody, but they used to just be them and be themselves and just didn't care about nothing else, nothing about none of the other stuff, because they got what they wanted to do. At the end of the day, they did what they moved how they moved. I ain't saying they was like shut mouth about it. They were still who they are, but in the same sense, they was not looking for no extra nothing because they knew they was still a person at the end of the day. At the end of the day, these people are still people. I don't understand why we need all the special things going on for that. Y'all are still people at the end of the day. Y'all still identify as something at the end of the day. So that's what you fall up under. And me personally, it's just me. I don't like the fact that people compare this stuff to the black civil rights and stuff like that because it's two different struggles.
When I get confused, I get hungry. A equals B equals lunch.
When we were kids, the biggest, how do you politically correctly say outside of saying homosexual or same sex, I don't know how to politically correctly say it. But when I was born in '84. Bruh was born in the '80s. So when we were kids, the major face of same sex, of transgenderness was RuPaul.
That's funny. Tell another one.
I don't know RuPaul's thoughts or feelings towards putting it in cartoons and TV shows, but I know that RuPaul is successful for a reason. And the reason why RuPaul, to me, this is not a fact, this is to me, the reason why RuPaul is successful is because RuPaul stayed in her own lane, did things that pertain to what she supported. She didn't overstep her boundaries. She didn't try to push, from what I know. Now, if you know something different, comment below, let me know. But from what I know, she didn't try to force anything on anyone.
I was just about to say that. Like,
she didn't try to
I never seen
strong hand her way.
Her doing commercials
into exactly
kids.
She didn't try to protrude that onto children. That was for adults and for adults only. Now, we all, white, black, Korean, Filipino, Latino, 100% African, European, Jewish, we all have someone that's a family member, whether we know them or not, who is transgender, who is gay, who is lesbian.
Exactly.
We all have that. Every last one of us. We have that. It's in our family. It's normal. Natural, I cannot speak on. From what I was raised and to believe in, that Bible will tell you that it's not natural.
You got to understand that I don't come up with this stuff. I just forward it along.
Let me rephrase this. If you have knowledge of the Bible, then you know what the Lord did to Sodom and Gomorrah and the reason why he did those things to Sodom and Gomorrah. So that is my point of saying it's not natural, but it is normal. It's not an abnormal type of thing. That's normal. For a man to feel like I'm trapped in this body, I'm really a woman. For a woman to feel like I'm trapped, I'm really a man. That is normal.
In today's era, I feel like it may be normal.
It's normal because it's been going on for years.
And I don't even feel like, honestly, I don't even feel like it's normal. I feel like it's kind of forced.
From the mid. This is what I know. From the mid 1930s to the 1940s, going into the 50s. Now, when in the 2000s, mid 2000s, what word did a lot of rappers, hip hop singers use for as style? Comparing it to style, they used the word swag. Swag. Not swagger, swag. Now, from the 1930s to the mid 1940s, going into the 50s, the word swag stood for secretly, we are gay.
I know that.
That's what swag stood for. So when a person said you got swag, they were referring to knowing and seeing who you are.
I didn't know that.
They hid being gay.
Can I borrow your future vision?
It was frowned upon. Being gay, being a lesbian, those type of things were looked at like, no, we don't want them. No, you can't get a job here because we know you're a lesbian, because we know you're gay, because we know you're bisexual. But the word swag stood for secretly we are gay. So
there's a lot of things
in those days, and then leading into the 80s, the disco era and all that, coming from the 70s going into the 80s, when a person say, "Oh, you got swag," that's what that meant.
I mean, I feel like it's a lot of words in the English that's been switched around to secretly mean a lot of things. But far as I didn't know that, but as far as with the cancellation of Netflix, as far as the cancellation of Netflix, I feel like this cancel culture thing is kind of like at this point you're reaching because, like I said, y'all didn't try to cancel the Buzz Lightyear movie when you seen that she had the same mom in a Buzz Lightyear movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody mentioned and said something about it, but the movie still came out. So ain't that under Disney or Pixar or somebody? Or
Pixar, not Disney.
Y'all ain't try to cancel them. So why is like, look, I'm just accepting the fact that this is what the world is. No, I may not like the changes and stuff that's coming up on and stuff that's going on. All you got to do is keep your nose in your face, bro. If it ain't got nothing to do with you, and you got to teach your kids what it is, what's right, what like I said, your beliefs. But a lot of these people that y'all put at the forefront that's putting this stuff in front of y'all face, y'all vote for them. These chairmen, these businessmen, these different y'all the one who promote these people to be in these positions to put all this stuff in your face. So cancel them.
You did it. I didn't. You did it.
Why would you cancel? Like, stop trying to cancel the organization itself. Like, one bad egg can get in the company and just convince somebody like, hey, this is convince them that this is the way it's supposed to be. Give them give them a good idea, so to speak, or they would say, and then next thing you know, they'll run with it because they might be, you know what I'm saying, next to the chairman or next to the, you know what I'm saying, a higher up or whatever. They feel like so you can't really blame the whole company and organization. It's people, man. It's people. People be put in these positions. Y'all force them in these certain positions, and they put it into the forefront and give it to the masses. But at the end of the day, this is nothing different that we ain't already seen year and year and like
decades.
Y'all been doing this like so. Come on with the canceling shit, bro. Like y'all can't cancel everything at this point, y'all don't want to. It's one of the two. Because there's so much other things that has been in y'all face, in the masses' face, that was more disrespectful than this shit that you see on Netflix. If you feel that whatever your kid is watching on Netflix, take it off the watch list.
OMG!
Can't you block certain stuff or something on Netflix?
I believe so. I'm not a big supporter of Netflix for the reason that you can be death scrolling for hours looking for a movie or a show.
But you put in what you put in your kids, what you allow them to, you know what I'm saying?
My biggest thing against, and it's just not Netflix, like I said once before. My biggest thing against these streaming platforms when it comes to Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, not Pixar, Paramount, Apple. My biggest thing is the shows and the cartoons that you support that implement same sexuality. I feel like it doesn't need to be everywhere.
Back to life, back to reality.
Like it doesn't need to be everywhere. Think about the future. Think about the children. Think about them. Instead of thinking about the profit or the followers that you're going to gain, like think about the children.
They are thinking about the children. That's why they're attacking the children.
No, they're thinking about the children because they feel as if we can program their minds.
So they're more impressionable. They feel like they'll latch on to anything.
Control them. It's been the same thing for years. They felt the same way about our generation. If we can program them, program their minds, We can control them.
Yeah, look, all kids are not gonna fall for that.
In our generation, it was murder, death, drugs, alcohol. You get what I'm saying? Now, in this generation, it's gay, lesbian, transgender, same-sex marriage. You get what I'm.
I mean, they still got drugs there,
yeah,
but
they still have it.
It's more.
But it backfired on them.
Influence. Say it's more sexualized.
It backfired on them.
Yeah.
There's more.
It's not personal, Sonny. It's strictly business.
Caucasian drug addicts than there are blacks. And what I don't even mean to say black because that's not a race. African Americans. There's more whites than there are of us. And I'm not trying to make this a race thing. It's just that the crack cocaine and cocaine era and heroin era backfired on not going too deep, the government. It backfired on them. Now, so they're taking another route with this generation, which is, okay, same-sex marriage, lesbianism, gay, transgenders.
I didn't realize it could be this bad. Thank you.
You get what I'm saying? They want to put it everywhere. They want to put it everywhere. You cannot be a celebrity. You cannot be a person who's well-known and say anything negative about someone who is a man who likes men, is a woman who likes women, a man who wanted to transition.
I feel like it's a form of blackmail.
A woman who wanted to transition to a man. You cannot say anything negative about them.
Language.
On camera. You can't even say it in your own home, and somebody might have recorded you, and y'all having a good time, or you just,
I feel like
you can't say it because once it reaches the internet, they're going to try to cancel you. They want you to issue a public apology.
It's all a form
about
of
your own thought. So, hold on. About your own thought and your own speech. So, when we go to the amendments, I mean, not the amendments, when we go to the, I can't remember what they are, but things like freedom of speech, the right to bear arms, those things. In actuality, there is no right to bear arms. Because if you're a certain race of person, if you grew up in a certain neighborhood, they're going to arrest you for having a concealed weapon on you or for having a visible weapon on you.
You got your license on you or not. Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So, and if you speak on the gay community with a certain tone, in a certain way.
Look what happened to the baby.
They're gonna try to cancel.
That's a perfect. The baby, when he had a concert and he had that, when he said what he said on stage, put your cell phone.
Yeah.
Man, I done heard worse shit in hip hop said than that, bro.
Yeah.
Stop. Seriously. Stop.
Like real shit. And they canceled the shit out. They tried to cancel the shit out that man over. That's natural. In hip hop, you hear shit like that. You remember back when people was using the F word? Because I can't say it now. So many motherfuckers so damn sensitive.
Eminem stopped using it. Marshall Mathers stopped using it.
Like
he started saying the word dude instead of that because
it's crazy. It's crazy.
I can't say they made him.
Yeah, they did.
Or I don't know if it was a decision of his. But when he was using that word and then they frowned upon it, and let it be known that they didn't appreciate the way he was using that word.
But motherfuckers, people still say nigga though.
Hold on. Next thing you see, that's a completely different story. Next thing you seen was him and Elton John making a song together.
Yeah, because he was like shit, like bro, he's like, these are just words. This is hip hop. If you don't want to hear that shit, why go into that realm of a world of reality that's what's going on?
Listen, in all actuality, that man supposedly had freedom of speech. That was the way he expressed himself on a music track.
But it's just me, I'm just obscene.
That was his way of expressing himself, and you took it from him, and along with others. Let's be honest. You took it from others too. And then you got people who still uses the word when it comes to music or when it comes to streaming.
Or y'all let it slide on certain motherfuckers.
You don't see them as much as you see someone else because they block what these people have going on because of the way they're talking, because of their thoughts, because of what they believe in, and things like that, which is unfair. But America is supposed to have what? Freedom of speech. That's not true. But let's get back to that. That freedom of speech is no longer a thing.
No, it ain't. It's never been. It's never been. It's never been for real.
You do not have freedom of speech.
Look at
you
Easy
will be penalized for certain things that you say.
Look at. I mean, this is kind of sidebar, but on a bar side. But look at Easy E. When he used to say "fuck cops" now, they sent a fucking letter to him. He wasn't talking about gays or nothing, and they told him they want him to stop saying that.
They were not allowed to perform this famous song "Fuck the Police."
So that shit, no freedom of speech. There never really has been freedom of speech. They just let you think that you're free. It's like I was trying to say earlier when he was talking about everything that he was making a point on. It's a form of manipulation. I said blackmail accident, but it's a form of manipulation. Everything in this shit is a form of manipulation. Even with this whole thing we talking about with the LGBTQ, like I think there's a lot more manipulators than people that are really worried about being happy in their lifestyle with that community. That's just how I feel about it. Because it's crazy that you're supposed to be one of the strongest people in the world to be so sensitive about certain subject matters. Like there is not other things that people go through that might bother them that is just getting aired 24/7. They're just in their face 24/7. But these little things that you see in a movie, some of these LGBTQ manipulators get mad about. Like when they don't see same-sex marriages in movies and TV shows and all this other extra stuff. So like I said, it's been forced down our throat for so much, but once it seemed like certain people, that community, don't get their way, it's like, you feel me? Like everything is up in the air. It's just like
it's not 50-50. It's not split down the middle.
It's a form of manipulation. Exactly. Like I said, I don't get my way, so I'm about to tear this shit up. I'm about to do this. It's a form of lashing out.
God damn it, I have fucking authority!
It's a form of being immature. It's a form of kind of being a kid. Because you're not, like I said.
Which is unfair. In a better way to say it. It's not fair.
That shit's crazy to me, man. But like I said, we just state our opinion on the facts. You can't slate us for our opinion. This is still our opinion at the day. We're not forcing nobody.
I stand firm.
I do too.
On my beliefs.
I do too.
I stand firm on what I speak on.
I do too. But we're not sitting here telling nobody that you should go do this or you should think like us or implement our thoughts into what you got going on in your everyday life. We're not saying that at all. We just saying this is how we feel about the subject and what's going on, and compared to how it used to be and what the fuck, whatever, etc. So I don't want to stay on this topic too long, but we about to go to the next clip. So, all right.